All right, hi guys. Today we are going to be making zucchini muffins. So the very first thing that I've done is I've created two bowls, one with all my dry and one with all my liquid. So in my dry ingredients, I have used 3/4 cup of flour. How do you get 3/4? We do not have a measuring cup that's that. So we're going to use a 1/2 cup plus a 1/4 cup, and that's how we get 3/4. Okay, so I have 3/4 of flour, and then I have my sugar, my cinnamon, my baking soda, all of my dry ingredients in one bowl. In my other bowl, I have egg, milk, oil, lemon juice, and oil. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and give those a whisk. I also went ahead and whisked up all of my dry ingredients so that they are evenly distributed. So from here, I'm going to use my rubber scraper to, I'm gonna make like a little hole, almost, we call it a well. I'm gonna make a little well, and I'm going to pour my liquid ingredients into my dry ingredients. I'm going to use that back of my scraper to really get everything down and into the bowl. After I have all of that down and in, you guys can see this is moving pretty quick because I did mise en place. I'm going to take my rubber scraper, I'm going to give it a couple mix around. Now I'm waiting for all of my ingredients to become nice and combined. I don't want any big chunks of any ingredients. And it's going to look more like a dough ball than a liquid mixture at this point because I have not added my zucchini yet. And my zucchini holds a lot of water, and that's where I'll get more of a batter from. So once I have all my big chunks out, I'm left with this consistency that's a little more doughy. From here, I'm going to use a grater to grate my zucchini. Now, we have a box grater. You might have one that's just a line. It kind of depends. You can see that each side of the grater has a different thickness of cut. I'm going to be wanting to use one of my thinner ones because I don't want to be able to taste big chunks of zucchini. I want smaller. So a couple things. One, a grater is still sharp. It does not feel super sharp, but once you are grating up and down at a quick pace, it is going to be sharp. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set my grater in a bowl. I want to keep this hand on top, and I'm going to take my zucchini and I'm going to pull down and up. And you guys can see my zucchini is all getting grated down into the bottom. You could do this on a cutting board if you'd like, or you can do it into a bowl. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to grate all of my half of my zucchini because I'm probably going to need half a zucchini to get the consistency that I'm looking for. So I've grated my zucchini almost down to my little butt. So when we get to this point, we really want to be careful that we're not going to get our hands. So I like to turn onto the fattest side to get down. Once we get to this point, I would just say it's garbage. You don't need to worry about it. You have enough zucchini. So I'm going to try and tap my zucchini or my grater to get my zucchini down to the bottom. I'm gonna lightly use my hands. I like to go up because then I'm not gonna cut myself to get all that extra zucchini. And then I'm done with that. Now, when it comes to the zucchini, it is super watery. So if we go ahead and add this all in with all the moisture that is in the zucchini, it is going to kind of mess with our consistency of our muffin. So I'm going to I grabbed about 6 or 7 pieces of paper towel, and I'm going to squeeze over the bowl that I had. Now the whole point of this, you can see I have all of this liquid coming out. I don't want all of this liquid to be in my mixture. I want all of this liquid to be in the bowl. So I've gotten a couple tablespoons out. From here, you can see I'm starting to kind of burst through. So I'm going to say that's all the liquid I'm probably going to get out. I'm gonna immediately take my zucchini and I'm going to throw it into my mixture. And then I'm simply going to, I'm gonna use this a little bit just to clean up my space. All of that is going to be garbage. Now, I have my zucchini in, and I'm going to, again, fold this zucchini up and over, and it's going to get nicely combined. And you can see there is still some water, so I am starting to get a little bit more liquid, and I'm going to get that all nice and incorporated. Once I have incorporated my zucchini, I have already mise en placed my walnuts and my chocolate chips. If you do not like walnuts or you are allergic to walnuts, no, you do not have to use the walnuts. I'm gonna pour all of those in, and again, I'm gonna give those a nice mix. Now, the one thing I wanna say is people are always like, oh my gosh, I don't wanna eat zucchini muffins, they're not gonna be good. These mainly taste like cinnamon chocolate chip muffins. The whole point is that it is a healthier version, but it still has the goodness in it. So you can see that I have kind of a liquidy mixture and I have a nice even consistency with everything's nice and spread out. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put this to the side and I'm gonna now focus on my portion scoops. So we've kind of been working for a while, but these are portion scoops. So the whole purpose of using a portion scoop is so that we get equal amounts in every scoop that we get. So they come in a couple different. So we have a 2 ounce, a 3 ounce, and a 4 ounce. We're probably going to be using our 4 ounce today because you should only need about 1 scoop in your muffin tin. So we have muffin tins, you'll either use disposable or real, and then we have our muffin liners. Why do we use a muffin liner? So that it doesn't stick to the pan and you can take these right out as you leave. So I already have all my muffin liners in. I'm going to scoop. I want to not be too overfilled. And I'm going to use like an ice cream scoop and I'm going to plop in. I can use the side of my bowl to make sure that they're nice and even. After I scoop into each individual, I'm gonna make sure to label my pan and I'm going to put in the oven. Your teacher will already have the oven preheated. How do we know when muffins are done? Well, we can first use a toothpick, and if the toothpick is coming out clean, then that means that our muffins are done. You're gonna see golden brown and they are gonna have a nice little poof to them when they come out. Those are your zucchini muffins and we'll see you later.